What's up, y'all? This is I Ride Share Too, and it's your man Vince. Now, this week we're going to talk about car repairs because car repairs are inevitable if you're going to drive your car, even if you don't drive your car. Did you know that the fluids in your car, if you, let's say you buy the car new and you want to store it because you believe sometime in the future the car is going to be worth more as a car that has very low miles and hasn't been driven is going to become a classic. Did you know the gas in the car goes bad and will destroy the seals in your car? All right, so even if you don't use the car repairs are inevitable, but especially if you do use it. Because the minute you turn the key to your car to start it is the minute you start getting engine wear. So, as drivers, we got to prepare for those times when the car needs maintenance. And I'm not talking about regular scheduled maintenance like oil changes and such. You expect those, but it's those unexpected repairs that get you. So one of the things we need to do is to set aside costs for maintenance. Maybe some people say 10% of your salary. I would say no less than 10% of your gross should go to car maintenance to save for those moments. I'm going to talk to you about my latest maintenance issue with my vehicle. I went to go do Uber and Lyft for the day, and I noticed there was some oil leaks to the front of the car. Little oil leaks about this round maybe, and on the ground. And I looked and I said, I wonder, is that coming from my car or was it already there? All right, so I was due for oil change anyway, so I took it to the shop for the oil change and tire rotation. And as the guy had it up on the lift, this is a mechanic I've been going to, so I have a good relationship with them. You know, I can walk around in the bay wherever I feel like it, you know. So I walked around and looked up underneath the car and noticed that on the front, on the lip of the car, there was some oil. And then I looked further on the, what I thought was the radiator. I put my hand and there was a lot of oil. So it was definitely a leak coming from somewhere. And I talked to the mechanic, and he ascertained that that wasn't the radiator. In fact, it was a condenser. And this condenser on the Ford, I have a Ford Escape 2011. And on their condenser, it services the AC and the transmission. So AC fluid runs through it, and a portion of it, and then a portion of it, transmission fluid runs through it too, and it's in the front of the car, in front of the radiator. So as you drive, the air is cooling down the liquid as it passes through. The Freon for the AC, of course, and the transmission fluid for the transmission. And there was a transmission fluid that was leaking. That's why it was so oily, because Freon doesn't leak like doesn't have that same type of composition that the oil has, the transmission oil. So he knew it was the transmission oil coming from the condenser. And I asked him to give me a price on that, and the price he gave was up there. It was $380 to get everything fixed. That's not including the price I paid for the oil change, right? So I questioned him and asked, well, how much does the part cost? And he said 200 and something. You know, I thought 380 was a little high. And he said 200 and something for the part. And I said, wait a minute, maybe I can get a better price on that part. So took the car home and started doing a little research on the computer and found out I could get that part. Even though I stopped by, before I did all that, I stopped by my local AutoZone and priced the part, and they said $215. So it's in line with what the mechanic was saying. And I went home, looked on the computer, and found out I can get the part for a lot cheaper. Now, I went to, first I just typed in generic, 2011 Ford Escape XLS air conditioned condenser. And some, leads popped up on Google. And eventually went with this website, partsgeek.com. I've known about them for a while. I don't know if I've ever ordered from them before. I may have. And the part for the AC condenser was, with shipping and everything, I think it was like $76. So as you can see, $76 versus $215. That's a big savings. So the mechanic gave me a price for the labor. And I ordered the part and had the part shipped to my mechanic. So I'm waiting for him to get the part, and then I'm gonna just take the car over there, pay him for his labor, and have him fix it. So with me ordering the part, I went from paying a possible $380, which they quoted me, but with the part and what he quoted me for labor, he quoted me $175 for the labor. So if I paid like $75 for the part, that means I'm having the vehicle fixed for $250 versus $380. All right, so that's $100 and was like a $130 savings. I'm doing this in my head, so if I'm wrong, let me know. So that's a big savings. So that's one way you guys can save on car repairs, is to do your due diligence. Ask your questions in the mechanics. How much does this cost? How much does this cost? How much is labor? How much is the parts? And then you can research. And oh, by the way, the part that I bought from Partsgate had 5 verified purchases, and they gave reviews, and all of them were 5-star for this particular part. So I feel very confident. This is an OEM like. It's not OEM. Ford doesn't make this, or their manufacturers don't exactly make this part, but somebody makes the exact clone of the part for much cheaper, and it has a 1-year warranty for replacement. So I feel pretty confident. I bought OEM like parts before them, and I was very happy with them. So I'm waiting for the part to come. But that's a way you guys can save some money on car repairs, is to research where you can get that part. Now, the downside is, if I had my mechanic order it, he would have had it that day. The downside is you got to wait for the part to come. So I'm not driving the car. I'm not doing Uber or Lyft until that part comes and they put it on, because it's leaking transmission fluid. And he looked at the level and he said it's missing a quart out of the transmission. I don't want to take no chance. I could fill it with transmission fluid knowing that it's going to leak, and keep filling it with transmission fluid. But I don't want to take that chance. The vehicle is how I earn a living, and I want to make sure that it's in the best shape that it can be. In fact, the mechanic offered a way to modify it to get it to running, and he would have put another condenser in it and have the AC flow through that condenser rather than this one. The transmission fluid flow through the new condenser, which he would have to put in front somewhere. And the AC, of course, would continue to run through the original condenser, and it was for a lot cheaper money. But I said, no, I don't want any modifications to the car. That's just me. I'm a gearhead. I've modified cars throughout many years of me turning on a lot of wrenches and whatnot. But right now, I just want to keep everything stock. You know, the way that it rolled off the assembly line is the way I want to keep it. When you start modifying things, sometimes if you modify one thing, you got to modify another thing. To, in this case, probably not. It's just liquid flowing through a condenser to get cool, but I just want to keep things simple. So I'm not driving for right now until that part comes. Today is Sunday. I will start driving when it comes. I'm hoping it'll get here by at least Wednesday, Thursday. And then I have some driving to do to make up for the lost income. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like, share. And if you're a new driver, make sure you use my referral codes to get those bonuses from Uber and Lyft. If you didn't like the video, I want you to subscribe, like, share, use my referral codes. Look, y'all stay safe out there, and until the next video, peace.